Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen and this is my mid-year book check-in tag.
Why do you leave me lonely when you know I'm bad at being alone?
So question number one, how many books have you read this year? So I've read 6 books this year. One of them I think I started at the end of December, like between Christmas and New Year's, but yeah, I finished 6 books in 2021 so far. That might not seem like a lot, but it's while I was working on book 3 for the Toby Garrison Chronicles, but also working on my store and doing back-end stuff like promoting and marketing and all that fun stuff, and learning how to do that stuff from Skillshare. Number 2, what's your favorite book so far this year? I had put Neverwhere at first by Neil Gaiman, but yeah, I finished that in December just before Christmas. So the book that I finished this year that is my favorite so far is Ready Player One. I really enjoyed that book. Yeah, I was going to say more, but that's going to be in another... Drop my pen. Why am I even holding a pen? That's going to be... I'm going to talk about Ready Player One more in another question further down. Number 3, what is the most disappointing book you've read this year? Hands down, The Secret of the Stones. The Secret of the Stones was... I thought it was going to be awesome from the description of it, in terms of what I enjoy reading with romance and brotherly like relationships, things like that. And I've been debating doing a review on that book on my channel because I don't like doing negative reviews. I don't like insulting somebody else's work, especially being an author myself, because my books aren't perfect and I'm fully aware of that. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Secret of the Stones was the most disappointing book for me for this year. Hi guys, Future Ellen here. I just wanted to clarify, I read that book as an audiobook. So there were times when I was doing things or I was listening to it before going to bed where I might have dozed off or zoned out, and I might have missed some details which could have caused some of the problems, some of the issues I had with the book. And because of that, I'm going to read it again, either in paperback or Kindle or something like that, just to, I don't know, satisfy my own curiosity as to whether or not the plot holes that I noticed in it and the other issues that I noticed with it were actually there, or if it was just that I missed bits and pieces of information that were dropped earlier on. So yeah, sorry for the interruption. Back to the current video. What genre have you read, or sorry, number 4. What genre have you read the most this year? I think that would be fantasy, because I've been trying to read more fantasy. So some books I've been going back to from my childhood, and other books are new. So like I'm currently reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, Final Empire, and City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and yeah, I've got other fantasies in my TBR for this year, but those are the ones I've been trying to get through. Mistborn, I have been enjoying it. It's not about enjoyment at all, but it's about having time to read. So, and plus I'm getting used to reading more than one book at a time. Number 5. Name a new favorite author that you discovered this year. I put Neil Gaiman, but again, I discovered him last year, so now I gotta think about another. Oh, John Grisham. My sister kept telling me to read John Grisham, and I should have learned by now. She's the one who told me over and over to read Dean Koontz back when we were kids, and I kept putting it off because I was enjoying my Hardy Boys books. And I finally read Dean Koontz and he became my favorite author of all time. So anyway, John Grisham. I started reading The Guardian by him, and I really am enjoying it. So yeah, definitely John Grisham. Let's see, what's number 6? What's the most surprisingly good book you've read this year? Ready Player One. That, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I gave it a shot, and it just sucked me in, and I couldn't stop reading it. It was such a good book. I think the main reason I thought I wasn't going to, or the main reason I was uncertain if I was going to enjoy it or not, is because it's based on, it talks a lot about video games. And I used to love video games when I was a kid, but the new video games are like way over my head. Way over my head. And yeah, I just figured I was going to get lost in the book and not know what I was reading. However, it turns out the video games, for the most part, the video games that it talked about were video games that either were games that I played as a kid, or were games I knew of as a kid, or were games that were similar to ones I played as a kid. And it was awesome. There were so many 80s references in that book. I know I'm dating myself, but there were so many 80s references in that book, and I loved it. There was a little bit of foul language, but like I've said before, I can internally edit out as long as it's not overboard with the foul language. I don't like foul language. I'm sorry. You can judge me if you want, but I don't like foul language. And I don't, yeah, like it's up there with like too much gore and violence in a book. There's so much of that in the real world. I read books to escape. So to read that stuff in a book is not an escape for me. So anyway, yeah. Ready Player One, amazing book. Really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to Ready Player Two. Hold that thought. I have a kitty cat that wants out. Okay, now, where was I? Okay, number 7. What are your favorite and most anticipated 2021 releases? Judges by John Grisham. That's due out October 19th, 2021. And it's about a judge that becomes a suspect in a serial killer case. And apparently he's keeping a list of names of everyone that wronged him and going after them. Something along those lines. I'm going from memory and paraphrasing, but sounds like a really good book, so I'm looking forward to that. And then that's the fiction book I'm looking forward to. Non-fiction is Will Smith's book, aptly titled Will. That's coming out November 9th, 2021. And I love Will Smith. I just find him so, well, I mean, yeah, he's hot. Let's be honest. But he's just also a great actor. I remember him from Fresh Prince. I've seen many of his movies, and he's great in dramatic roles as well as comedic roles and action thriller and all that stuff. So yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to his autobiography. I think it's an autobiography. Yeah, it's an autobiography, memoirs type thing. Number 8, what's your next big priority for your reading? If the question is referring to, in the grand scheme of things, my next big priority with my reading is to read more. I want to find a way to balance out my writing, my business, my family life, spending time with my family, and reading, and find a way to do all of it. Number 9. Oh, sorry. And if that question is referring to my next big priority, as in my next book, like a big priority for a book that I want to read, that would be either, and this is like literally a big book, Brandon Sanderson's Way of Kings. I mean, look at that. It's definitely could be used as a weapon. Or also Brandon Sanderson, Skyward, which is a standalone, I believe. So I might read this one first, just because once I read this, I'll be wanting to read the next one. But that's one reason I started with Final Empire, Mistborn, Final Empire, because I felt like Way of Kings was throwing me right into the deep end of the pool with that type of fantasy. And I used to read fantasy as a kid, but I haven't read it a lot as an adult, and I needed something that would let me wade into the waters, work my way to the deep end. So Final Empire, Mistborn is what I decided on, and then I'll move on to his other books after that. And I know that there's other books in the Mistborn series, Well of Ascension, and I can't remember the name of the third one, but I am planning on reading those as well. Number 9, what's been your bookish highlight so far this year? That would absolutely be finding Alexandra Roselyn's Booktube channel. I absolutely adore her. I adore her videos. She reminds me of my niece, which some of the similarities are just uncanny. I love watching Alexandra Roselyn. She's an inspiration, but she's also just entertaining, funny, engaging, and just fun to watch. So yeah. And then number 10, who do you tag? I don't know how the tagging works. I don't know if I have to research this, because I say this all the time, but I don't know if it has to be somebody who follows me, or if it has to be somebody who at least knows me, or if I can just tag, like, can I tag Alexandra Roselyn and get her to do another mid-year book check-in tag? I don't think she did one this year. I don't know. So, okay. That's the only way I can do it, is to tag people who have no idea who I am, and then, yeah. I have writer friends, but I don't think I have anyone who is on YouTube. So, I'm going to tag 3 people, and I don't even know how they find out that I've tagged them, but anyway, regardless. I'm going to tag 3 people, and if any of those 3 people have already done a mid-year book check-in tag for this year, then I apologize. I'll probably find those videos as soon as I post this one. But, so I tag Alexandra Roselyn, Merphy Napier, and Daniel Greene. Those are the 3 Booktube channels that I watch on a regular basis. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe below. And don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And yeah, have a great day. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Bye-bye.
Let it be alone. Stuck in the past, you told me. All I ever wanted was a home. So why do you leave?